So children, you got to know from frequency, if we need to find out cumulative frequency, we are adding the successive. But in that case, first two values are same. First these values will be same. Now in the next question, frequency distribution table, cumulative frequency is given and we are asked to find frequency. That by subtraction we'll find out. How? 8 as it is. Now the next value 19 minus 8. The next value is 23 minus 19 and then 30 minus 23. I have shown over here. This part you will do yourself. 10th question, construct a frequency table. So children, it is not given that this is cumulative frequency, but you can see all the values are increasing. That means it is understood this is cumulative frequency. Once again children, the values are increasing. That means understood it is cumulative frequency. Now from cumulative frequency we need to find out frequency, that by subtraction we'll find out. First value as it is, second 15 minus 6, next 30 minus 15, 39 minus 30 and so on. You have to find these values. Next is 11th question, construct the frequency distribution table. You can see here children, below 4 means the value is 0 to 4. Below 7 means 4 to 7. You have to make class intervals yourself. So these are cumulative frequency. You have to find frequency from here because you are asked to find out to construct a frequency distribution table. Then after, state the number of students in the age group 10 to 13. 10 to 13. What are the number of students? 103. State the age group which has the least number. Least number is what? It is 57. So sorry. The least number is 55. That is 7 to 10. Now very interesting question. 12th question. Class intervals are given. Some frequencies are missing, some cumulative frequencies are missing. So we have to complete the table. Look children, this value is given and I told you first values are same. Now second cumulative frequency is given. We need to find frequency, that you know, from CF to F by subtraction. So this value will be 28 minus 15, 13. Now this value is missing. From frequency to, we have to find cumulative frequency. How we'll find out? 28 plus 21. Clear? Then how to find this value? That will be 49 plus 16. Then again frequency we have to find from CF, that by subtraction it will be what? 73 minus 65. And then CF we have to find out. How we'll find out that? 73 plus 12. Now the next question, the value of pi is given. Make a frequency distribution table from the digit 0 to 9 after the decimal place. So don't take this value because we are asked to take only after the decimal. So what you will do? Observation, like 0 you will take. Count the number of times 0 is repeating, that will be the frequency, and then write the tally mark. Then take 1, count the number of times 1 is repeating, write the frequency and then the tally mark. Clear? And after completing the table, which are the most and the least occurring digit, that you have to write. 18th B exercise, construct a frequency polygon for the following. This table is given children. Your first step is to see whether the actual class intervals are given or not. 0 to 4, then 4 to 8. Yes, they are same. Clear? That means we need not to find out adjustment factor. Then see the observation. What is the highest frequency? 15. That means we need observations up to 15. Look here on the graph. I have drawn. You know that this is y-axis. And this is what? X-axis. Clear? This is x-axis. So what are the intervals? 0 to 4, then 4 to 8, 8 to 12, like this way. So this is what? Class interval we have taken this side. This side will be taking frequency. As the highest frequency was 15, so according to your convince, we can take the values. 0 I have taken, 2, then 4, then 6, 8. Means 15 should be covered under this. So I took up to 18. Now look children, the first value is 0 to 4 class interval, the frequency is 4. Look here, 0 to 4. This is the gap and the frequency is 4. 4 is over here, so we'll make a bar over here. Is that clear? Like this way. And then we have to find midpoint of this bar. This is midpoint. Next, 4 to 8 class interval, frequency is 7. See children, it is 6. This is 8 and you know that 7 will lie between 8 and 6. So this is 4 to 8 bar we have made. Next is 8 to 12, frequency is 10. See, I made the bar. Then 12 to 16, the value is 15. Where will be 15? 15 will be between 14 and 16. So this bar I have made. Then after 16 to 20, the observation is 11. 11 will be between 10 and 12. Clear? That I made. Then 20 to 24, observation is 6. Okay children, after making the bars, you have to find out midpoints. This is the mid value. This is the, see, in between the box there is a line which is the center of the bar. Clear? So mark these points over here. All the points I marked. See children, frequency polygon always starts from axis, ends on axis. So these bars I made. So for starting, we will take this box and on the axis we will find out the midpoint. Same way, our intervals finishes over here. Take the next box and find out the mid value of that. Now with the help of scale, all these mid values you have to join. This is your required frequency polygon. One thing, scale. What you have to write here? Scale. What is the scale over here? One box is equal to, what is the gap? 2 gap you have taken, one box is equal to 2 units. You have to write along y-axis. This scale you have to show. It is compulsory. Third question children. Class intervals. I told you first you have to see class interval. They are not same. That means I need to find out adjustment factor, which I got over here. 15 minus 14 divided by 2, that is 0.5. As I told you, adjustment factor we have to subtract from the lower limit, add in the upper limit. So 10 minus 0.5, 9.5, 14 plus 0.5, 14.5, and so on. We'll do it like this way. So you can see now these limits are same. Clear? So you can see now upper limit of this class interval is same as of lower limit of this class interval. Okay, now we got the actual. So let's draw these values on the graph sheet. Highest frequency of this case is 12. So again I took the gap of 2. Clear? So up to 12 we have to take. I covered it over here. Now what were our intervals? 0, then 9.5, then 14.5, then 19. You can see here intervals. We can see over here. So the class interval 0 to 9.5, then 9.5 to 14.5, then 14.5 to 19.5, and so on. Clear children? Now a very important concept I am going to tell you. Just see here, what is the difference between these two values? And the difference between these two values is 9.5 and difference between these two values are 5. Clear? When the gap is not same, you can see gap in each box is 5 except first interval. First interval it is 0 to 9.5. What is the difference? 9.5. So when it is not same, you have to show a kink over here. Is that clear? When to show? When the gap is not even in all the cases. Clear? Everywhere the gap is 5, but in this case 9.5 minus 0 is 9.5. So in that case you have to show a kink over here. Now let's draw the frequency polygon. 9.5 to 14.5 frequency is 5. So see children, 5 will be between 4 and 6. So let's draw the bar over here. See, I have drawn. Next is 14.5 to 19.5 frequency is 8. It is up to here. So draw up to 8. Then 19.5 to 20.5, it is 19.5 to 20.5 is, let me see in the book, it is 5, 8, then the next value is 12. It is what? 12. Sorry, this is 24.5. Then the next is what? 29.5. And then the next is what? 34.5. So this value you have to cancel. Our graph is up to here only. So 19.5 to 24.5, it is 12. So make it up to 12. This bar will make up to 12. Clear? Then after the next 24.5 to 29.5, the value is 9 and it will lie between 8 and 10. So it will be over here. Join it. Then the last 29.5 to 13.4.5, the value is 4. So join up to 4. Clear? Now children, we have to take the mid values. So mid value of this box is over here. It is over here. Then it is over here. Draw the mid values. I told you in the next interval also you have to take the mid value, and here also we'll take mid value of this interval. Now take scale and join it. Join the dots. Like this way you will join it. Then join it over here. Then it is here. So this way we'll complete our histogram or frequency polygon. Fifth question, draw frequency polygon for each of the following. There are two cases using histogram without using histogram. When it is using histogram, that means you have to draw bars as well as midpoints like this way. Clear? Which I have already taught you. And if without histogram, meaning only midpoints you will mark on the graph and then you will join it. Need not to draw these bars in that case. Only the midpoints you will join. Procedure is exactly same. Now fifth question, I'll make you do second part and I'll make you do using histogram. Clear? Then without using, it is procedure is same, only the bars you have to avoid, you will not make the bars. See children, 5 to 15, 15 to 25, need not to find out actual class intervals already given. So I'll make you do second part without using histogram. Meaning histogram I'm not going to draw, only frequency polygon without using histogram. Look children, 5 to 15, look here, 5 to 15 frequency is 8. This is 5 to 15. Now I'm not going to draw the bar, only on midpoint I'll mark 8. See the box? And I'll mark it on the mid value of this. Next, 15 to 25, 16. So take the mid value and mark it over 16. Clear? Then 25 to 35, the value is 18. That is already mentioned. This is the mid value. Then 35 to 45, it is 14. So mark on the midpoint. Clear? Then 45 to 55, it is on 8. I'll mark over here. Then 55 to 65, it is 2. I'll mark it over here. Now I told you to take the next box also and take the midpoint. And see the gap. 5 to 15, what is the gap? 10. And 0 to 5, what is the gap? 5. It is not proper. So we have to show a kink over here and take the midpoint. Now let's join children. We will join it. Clear? Then after, then join it like this way. This is our frequency polygon without histogram. See, procedure is same, only bars I have not made. So you have to complete all the questions and revise both the chapters children as exams are approaching, and seriously revise your syllabus and prepare yourself for the exams. Thank you.